Hey, good morning, RVN TV fans. Welcome to Morning Coffee. I'm Krista Smolder, your host, and today we've got a special guest that has actually been here before, right, Scott?
I have.
Okay, this is Scott D'Antonio. Thank you for coming on the show.
Great to be here.
And we
Thank
have
you.
next to him his marketing company or
Director,
person,
yes.
correct? Natalie Simmons.
Yes.
I want to call you Tina Simmons because I know someone named Tina Simmons.
Oh, that's funny.
So Natalie and Scott, thank you for coming on the show. Scott, you are the owner,
Yes,
okay, of Scott D'Antonio Incorporated,
correct.
and you do transformation and home upgrades.
Yes, we do.
It's not just home improvement, it's transformations.
We like to take a little different aspect to what we do. We help convert, transform, update. So we like to have a little different angle, different approach to what we do.
Okay, so how long have you been doing what you're doing?
I started in the painting business 32 years ago. No, I know, I'm in my early 40s, so how could he have started that long ago? I'm not in my early 40s.
Okay, that's a long time.
I started painting that long ago. I started doing decorative painting shortly thereafter, faux finishing when faux was real hot. And then we graduated into all the services we do now: carpentry, pressure washing, drywall, tile, bathrooms, light renovation, interior, exterior. So we cover a lot.
Okay, so I was talking to you earlier, and I have a son that's going into this as a career. But you mentioned that this isn't something you sort of like went to school for. It's something you fell into.
I did. I started in the music business, and we had a record deal that went south. Surprisingly, happens to many. So if you're in the music business and you don't succeed, you turn into a contractor. That's the rule. That's what you have to do that. So that's what I did. And I was fortunate enough that faux finishing was very easy for me to convert things and make them like wood graining and marble and plaster. It was very easy for me to do that. So I started my business that way, and we graduated to doing everything we do now. We do a little more upscale work, but we'll do a small project, a large project, and we've worked over the Delaware Valley. I've done work in Florida, New York, so I've gotten around a little bit.
I'm curious. In the band, what did you do? Were you a singer? Were you a guitar player?
I was the drummer. I co-wrote a lot of the music, and I sang backups. I would have loved to have fronted a band, but that takes a lot. So
Now, do
I
you
hid
still do
behind
that?
the drums.
For fun?
I had a reunion gig a couple years ago, but I'm aging now, so it's hard to play heavy metal
Okay.
and
Yeah,
work 12 hours a
That's what
day.
cracks me up. It's heavy-
So, but that's
heavy metal.
unique about you as a builder. I mean, or not builder, but home
Renovator, right.
Yes,
Hmm?
you go into homes, and you kind of have that knack and that eye that most men don't have. You're creative and artistic.
Well, I try. Yeah, I like to feel that I'm creative, and I like to help people. I have the vision, or I try to have the vision to help homeowners. I may see things they don't, or I know from experience of how things can be transformed on a budget, or what's in, or what's going to stay in, or what will work, and I try to find out what makes them happy and work with them and be their friend. It's very important. I like to be on their side. We work together with a lot of our customers.
You're going into people's homes.
Right, and they stay our friends, or we like to have them as friends also. So.
Now, you said something interesting that you want to make sure it stays in the style, because the faux painting, right? So that's not.
That's out. A lot of things are trendy, but I tell people like white ceiling, white trim will never go out of style. The more laid back, reserved colors will never go out of style. Things come in and out, like wallpaper is coming back a little bit, it's not where it was. Faux finish may come back, it's not in now, but I try to have a vision only because I'm in so many houses. I see so many things, and I talk to all my customers, and I get a feel of what they like or what they think they'll like, or are they moving, are they staying, and I give them my experience, which is plenty of years now.
Yeah, 32 years.
Yes, it's a
Now,
lot.
are you primarily in the South Jersey area?
We do. We work, we stay a couple hours, I'm in Marlton, a couple hours of where I'm located. We go down the shore a lot, North Jersey. I don't go out in the main line in Pennsylvania where I did years ago, only because we have so much work here now, and it is an expense to get out there. I've gone to Florida, I've gone to New York, but we're so busy now, we've created such a good name for ourselves that we're able to stay in all these adjoining towns.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You must have a really good marketing person working on that.
We have the best. We absolutely have the best. There's no question about that.
I
Awesome.
have to say, with his personality, and he really becomes friends with most of his clients who have just referred him over the years, that he really has a great network on his own. I'm just kind of shouting out even more to get more,
Right.
even more work.
Well, I can think only of a few, because I have a father that does all the things that you do, so he's still healthy and still doing those things. But the few times I've had home improvement specialists come in, they don't really have that much of a personality.
Exactly.
It's odd to find that combination, and I
Right.
think that's important.
Yeah, I think that's important too. Like I said, I like to approach the customer as they're going to be a friend of ours also and work with them. And we want them to be happy. I know that sounds like old school, like, no, these are really mean. I actually do. I want everybody to be happy when we leave. Well, we want return business as well, but satisfaction is having people tell us, you guys were great, they were clean, they were courteous, thank you, you were right. That's very important. Yeah, because my wife never says that. So when I hear that, I love it.
That's true. And you said clean. I've had people come into my house and spill paint on my rug and not even mention it and try to kind of,
No,
clean it up.
I have old school Italian family people. Clean's huge.
It
Oh,
is.
you have to be clean.
Do you feel that you're dealing more with women making these decisions for your work, or
For-
is it the
For residential, I would say more women. When we do businesses and more commercial, maybe more men. But I do deal with a lot of women. There maybe some are home more, and they're a little more in tune with
Right.
everything. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay, so you're actually doing more than just this now, and we're going to take a commercial break, but you're kind of taking it to the next level. We talked about the feel good aspect of what you do, and you're getting involved with some charity work that we want to talk about right after this commercial break. Okay.
Great.
Okay. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Morning Coffee. I'm Krista Smolder, your host, and we're coming back to our second segment with Scott D'Antonio from Scott D'Antonio Incorporated, and he does transformations and home upgrades, and we talked about your business. And we're also here with Natalie Simmons, his marketing director. And so, Scott, I want to get into now something different that you're doing that probably not a lot of home improvement specialists are doing. You are getting involved in charitable work, which you've actually started.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing?
Well, we have a day of service, handyman helper, but it's a little more than that. What we do is we offer a day of labor with one of our skilled people to go to someone's house and do any of the services we provide. So what we'll do is we'll be involved in auctions. Someone could be Phillies tickets, Flyers tickets, food, whatever. We offer our day of service, and people get to look at our menu and bid on it. And of course, that money goes towards charity. It could be anything. We put in fence posts, repair drywall, tile, painting, pressure washing. Everybody needs things for their home, their house, whatever it may be. And it's a great thing to bid on because there's so many things to choose from. And Natalie has been great at that. We'll seek out opportunities, whether it's breast cancer, MS, Purple Hearts, whatever charitable drive, and we'll offer our coupon and people bid on it, and that money in turn goes towards the charity. So it's great. It's been working really well.
Okay, so you mentioned you're targeting a specific group in need, which is families with special needs children.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and that's near and dear to your heart, correct?
It is. I'm very passionate about that. I know a lot of the funding by the government has been cut off or it's limited towards families that really need help, whether it's a single mom or it's a single dad. I know what it's like firsthand, and a lot of these families are having a hard time, paying their bills,
Yeah.
maybe food, rent, home, whatever, and they need things to be done at their house, and they don't have anybody or they don't have the money. And it's hard enough taking care of your children when you have a leak in your home.
Yes.
Or a faucet doesn't work. So I use this platform, the business that I created all these years, to get notoriety, and I have my name out. I'm very fortunate to attract more people, and with Natalie's help, we're finding more of these charitable drives that need help. And like I said, my guys are great. I've had everybody for so long. They're capable of doing so many things that we can really do pretty much everything. So when people see our coupon, like, oh my God, I need this done at my house. I
Yes.
got to bid on that.
Yes.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
So when did that the charity part start?
Oh, I'd say maybe, well, I've done it, but I didn't do it to the scale we're doing it now. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we started to really get knee-deep in it and advertise on all the social media that we're on. So people know about us. We've attracted Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams, Dubell Lumber. people that donate their paint, their lumber, and we're trying to get more. That's why we need more exposure. This program is great for that, to get more people to help, to donate, and to do a little bit. I provide the labor, and they provide the material. So we're trying to get more. We're trying to get the Phillies, the Eagles, so we can work on projects, get more on, get on TV again, and help people. That's our way of helping. Just
Yeah.
like people are helping in Texas and Florida, locally I'm trying to help. And if I was in those areas, we would be down there. And I would love to do that. I don't have the
Yeah.
means to do that,
Right.
but I'm trying locally to do what we can.
So you're supplying the labor, right?
Yes.
So that, if you're sending guys out to do a job, that's out of your pocket.
It is.
Okay. So I'm thinking broader for you in terms of not just getting organizations to help for the supply,
But
the
even
money, but
funding
even
to
for the
go
labor
towards
part.
that,
If you ever get to that
exactly.
point, right? That could be a vision.
I welcome that. Whatever helps, I need to be helping more people. That's what I love to do. And, we need to narrow it down to special needs, family and children, because we can't help everybody.
I know.
Although we have.
Yeah.
And we're doing a couple of jobs this week. But I need to be really focused on that because that's such a great need. And I said that's very close to me. And I'm very passionate and very driven to do what I can.
So can you share with us some things that you've already done?
Sure, there's many. Natalie could help me too. One comes to mind, we had built a ramp for this little boy that suffers from epilepsy. He has a hard time, walking and functioning. And Dubell Lumber was kind enough to give us the lumber to build a ramp for this little boy. That was one.
You have that
And so-
right.
I know,
yeah, there we go.
here it is right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Nice family, and we were able to do that and accommodate them. That's one of the jobs we
And
did.
the safety, I mean,
I was
it
just
went
gonna
from,
say that.
for the family,
Has to be
they were
safe.
totally thrilled because, getting the child in and out on the wheelchair without a
That's
ramp.
That is life changing.
Yes,
Life
exactly.
changing.
Right, we're
Something is supposed
lucky to
be.
get that opportunity to help.
Yeah.
We put in fence posts for someone else who won a breast cancer charity fund, and I think it was the son that called me up. He said, "This is kind of crazy, but will you dig fence posts?" I said, "Sure, you have a day of labor, whatever it is." So we dug fence posts. Some of the other drives, I know we've done painting, we've done pressure washing, repairs, whatever the winner wants, they get a full day, whatever it may be. So it can range from anything, fixing a toilet,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
they need.
that they
But
don't
we're there all
have-
day.
He has an upcoming event too with like stair railings that he's going to be putting in in
Yeah.
the next couple of weeks.
So the kids have a safety
For,
barrier when they
special
come in
needs
and out of the
family.
house.
And
Now, we have some more images as they
Sure.
go up. If you could
Okay.
just kind of talk about them, Tyler, put them up on the
There's
screen.
one you just put, if you can put that one back.
oh, that was a family.
Yes, that was,
the child.
Natalie's,
Right, the
friend
child was
Natalie's.
battling cancer, and he went and did some
Yes, the one after.
home improvements, paint. Paint
Yes,
projects
Benjamin
mostly
Moore,
is
here
what
it
they
is,
needed.
yeah.
And Benjamin Moore donated the paint, and they were just thrilled. I wish I had the.
What areas did you paint? You painted?
He
in the
painted
house?
the
Their
foyer.
entry foyer, yeah.
Okay.
Foyer, yeah.
And going up the
The staircase,
staircase
yeah.
also. And the mom was just so thankful. She said every time she walks in now, they just felt a little bit brighter and more cheerful, even though, what they're going through.
Absolutely.
It doesn't alleviate, of course, what's happening to them, but
No.
it makes it
Yeah.
a little bit easier.
Yeah,
and-
right when you walk into your house.
Yeah, exactly. And, it really helped.
Now, who's that up there?
That's Jaden.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to do, Sharon Williams had sponsored the Today Show. They supplied the paint on NBC.
Uh-huh.
So we were able to do the Today Show, a home makeover for Christine and Jaden, who I'm still friends with. It was a surprise home makeover. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
That was-
They did a couple
that's
rooms.
so
Yeah, they came down from
great.
New York.
Well,
They-
it was focused on for the son at first, and then they surprised the mom.
Right.
And painted her room also. So it was,
I
really,
love those shows.
Yeah.
It was really
Brilliant.
neat. Yeah, they did a great job, and they couldn't have been. The little boy is so sweet, and Christine is also. That was really a great opportunity. So we got exposure,
Yeah, given enough
all over
exposure
the United
from
States.
that. Yeah, right.
And
And you feel good.
we
That's
do.
the best part,
Yeah,
right?
and I
Yes.
stay in touch with them also. But that's another one of the the jobs that we did.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
So what's next for the charity? You mentioned, oh wait, we've got something here.
Yeah, there are some of the things that we've done and some of the causes. And
Now, I did want to mention his, in 2016, he was won South Jersey Men of the Year for South Jersey Magazine. Based on his charity work, they found out about what he was doing and about the Today Show and all of that. So that was a nice
Very
award
nice.
that he got.
Yeah, that was great.
also.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was
And,
awesome.
Celebrity Scott D'Antonio.
I don't know about
I know you're not doing it for
that.
that reason, but
I'm still working on it.
But, well, I think it's because he's, we're trying to promote just the giving back and doing more for your community. And, I just find it phenomenal what he's able to do using his business to give back in his own way.
yes.
And I think if everyone thought about giving back in their own way,
Oh my gosh.
we could change so
The
many
world.
lives. Yeah,
The world.
exactly. So
It's
that's
not
really.
far-fetched.
That's really why, he has me passionate about
Yeah.
promoting
Yeah.
that. And, we're on all social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'm constantly, trying to find different connections to spread the word about what he's doing. And like I said, help other people.
I'm sure you don't have time to do all that on post to your Facebook pages and all that. So she handles
I
that.
wouldn't know what to do, and she's so good at it
Yeah.
that I let her do her thing.
She's not going to come in and do any home upgrades, right? So you're not going to
Yeah.
go try to do the Facebook
That's why
Live stuff.
we're a great
We
team.
do work together, though.
Yeah.
He
We
has a lot
we
of
work
good
great
ideas.
together. Yeah.
Good.
Very lucky.
Okay, so we're going to actually take another commercial break,
Okay.
and we'll be back. We're going to talk a little bit more about the charity and then let people know how they can get in touch with you and help with the charity.
Terrific.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Morning Coffee. I'm Krista Smolder, your host, and I'm here with Scott D'Antonio and Natalie Simmons.
Yeah.
So we've talked all about what Scott does. Scott is a transformation and home upgrades expert for 32 years.
Almost.
And he started
I
when
haven't been with him that
he
long because
started
I'm
when he
only
was
32.
4.
Yeah.
He started when he was 4.
Thank you.
Painting. That's
Yes.
how the faux painting came to be. Scott was just
Yeah. You got it.
splashing things on the wall.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, so we talked about what you do, and we talked about your charity that you're now starting, that you're really looking to expand and grow, where you are helping families with special needs by giving them a day of special needs children, by giving them a day of service,
Yes.
whatever they want, right? So you have people that are companies that supply to you the materials, and you're now supplying the labor. Where you've got a bigger vision for this, for the charity itself. So ultimately, what would the goal be? Is it to get the Lowe's and the Home Depots of the world to join forces with you? And
Sure,
what do
bigger
you?
organizations that can help them expand.
We'd like to do that, attract more people, companies with big muscles, so to speak, bigger muscles. We would love to get a show on TV, a remodeling show. We like to do it, I like to do it a little different than what you see. Really show people what's involved, of how these homes get transformed, but with a lot of humor, a lot of music. I would play, have my band play. We would eat all day. It would be fun. It would definitely be a different show. Charity driven, but food and music all feel
Definitely a
good.
feel-good show.
Okay, so
All
who's coming to my
positive.
mind? The guy Ty. What's his name?
Yes, Ty Pennington.
Right.
Yes.
The crazy guy, the
Yeah,
muscle guy.
a lot of energy.
Okay, so something like that.
With the charity also
Yes.
tied into it. right?
Charity driven. We would do the work. Maybe we could have sponsors help us, or a lot of these rehab houses, so to speak. These projects are out there where everybody comes on board, and the house is prepared, done for people or children or whatever that don't have the means or a place to live. We want to do more of that, but I'd love to get a segment on TV or even locally with that in mind. But like I said, just a happy, great show to watch, informative, fun. You could find out about music, food. We want to bring everything and everybody
Whatever
together.
happened to that show?
I'm working on it.
Total Homemaker. I love that show.
Right.
That was one of my
Yeah, I
favorites.
know. Well,
to
it's
see.
time for a new show.
It is. Well, you can start here. Maybe we'll do a show.
I'm
here.
ready to go. We're ready. We're chomping at the bit right now.
As long as you feel
Right,
it.
right, Tina?
Yeah.
Tina, Natalie. So how, I guess you're involved in this. How are you getting sponsors today? What's your means of, are you just kind of going door to door or?
Well, really with social media is what,
Yes.
how I try to connect. I'm constantly looking at different organizations, foundations to connect with, reaching out to, we did do the 76ers Youth Foundation.
Yes.
We sponsored, he had his flyer donated there for their fundraiser.
Okay.
So I'm constantly reaching out to try to get bigger organizations to get more exposure for the charity.
Yeah, so it's probably easier to get someone to say, yeah, we'll auction off your services, but then there's the labor and
Right.
the parts, and then I'm a business person, so I'm
Yeah.
thinking of this from the aspect of the business
Right.
end.
Yeah.
Getting those donations.
Right.
I know you said you got Sherwin-Williams and the
Benjamin
Mhm.
Moore.
yeah, and what's the lumber company?
Dubell.
We want to give them a
Dubell
shout
Lumber.
out.
Yeah.
Benjamin
Benjamin
Moore,
Moore.
Sherwin-Williams,
and Dubell Lumber in
Dubell.
Medford,
So
the
they've
one
helped you.
location.
Are they your three main?
Well,
First
Sherwin
right
Williams and Benjamin Moore, I've been dealing with buying paint, and Dubell Lumber was nice enough to donate the material to build a ramp for us. But like I said, we're trying to get more companies to
Yeah.
climb on board and get involved.
Do you do it on a case-by-case basis? So if someone needs, fencing, then all of a sudden you need a fencing partner.
Exactly. Yeah, every job is different. We try to do one a month. That's why Natalie's so great at seeing who needs our help. We're trying to do one a month. I couldn't afford much more than that, but if we get more people to help out,
can.
maybe we
Could.
can.
Right.
Once a
Maybe we
week.
can. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Every
yeah,
day.
I would love it. I would love the opportunity.
Right.
I really would.
That
Yeah.
would be great. So
Yeah.
you need more donors for, and even if you just reached out to those folks and said, hey, this is what we're doing, so when the time comes, and I
Right.
need you to supply a
Exactly.
fence.
That's what we're looking for. People
Yes.
just to be
Say
on
yes.
board, and then when something comes up, they'll
Just
be
to say
available.
yes.
We've been offered money. We have
Right.
numerous times, but we're not a nonprofit. We're not taking
A
that.
separate organization.
Right, we're not taking
I
that
see.
road. Maybe in the future we will, but right now it's so easy and controllable for, go to whoever wins our drawing, and I put one of our supervisors there. It's nice, easy, clean, there's no red tape, it gets done. That's been an easy process for us so far.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of some of the larger builders, the
Oh,
home
yeah.
builders that have extra scraps
They
and
can.
things like that they, I don't know what they do
Absolutely.
with it, but.
They could all help. It's not a lot to ask for, it's really not. And there's so many people who do need help.
Yeah,
There's more than you think.
you've got my mind turning here now.
Good.
So.
Well, good.
I like to help people too.
Good.
Sometimes too much, and there's not enough, time.
We already have a
to-
place for you, we just didn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
You're already
Awesome.
involved. Yeah, remember we
Okay.
told you?
Yeah, right.
Great. Okay, so it's actually the end of our segment. It
Okay.
went really
Aw.
fast, but I want to give you the opportunity to tell people where they can find you, how they can get in touch with you, learn more about your charity. So if you could just kind of look into that camera right there and let everyone know how to find you.
Well, our website is sjdspecialty.com. We're on every social media. Scott J. D'Antonio Inc. Natalie is a contact. I'm a contact. Again, if you Google us, everything will come up, and you can find where to contact us. Of course, our phone number is 856-810-1805. We're in the Marlton area, although we work in all the surrounding towns.
Thank you so much for coming on today. I think
Thanks
you
for
guys are
having
doing
us. It was
wonderful
terrific.
things.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Natalie. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned on Morning Coffee. We'll be back with more wonderful shows on RDN TV.